friends, in this video we are going to learn structures in C language. So what a structure is? A structure is a collection of one or more variables, possibly of different types, grouped together under a single name. So it means we have different type of variables grouped in a collection with a single name, which means we have integers, strings, characters under a single name that forms a collection. So why we need them? When we are programming in real time, so we need structures where primitive data types are failed, so we need user defined data type. So structure is a user defined data type where we have different types of records, that is username, user password, user email, and in such a case we need structures. So what is the syntax of defining a structure? So first we have struct keyword, then structure name, and within the brackets we have a collection of different types of variables. So it might be integer, string, character, etc. So how to initiate a structure? So we need an instance of structure to use the structure. So you can say we need an object to access its members. So to declare or define the instance of a structure, we need structure name and then object name. So to access structure functions or variables, we need to have a object, then call these members using this object name dot, and then the function or variable name. For example, we have a structure called student. In this structure we have two variables, integer, roll number, and string. So suppose you have to take the data of a user, student, from the user, then you need roll number, name, CNIC, badge, etc. So for our convenience, we group these data types together in a structure called student, and then through a single object we can access all these values, all these members, all these variables, and all the functions inside this structure. So access to this structure is public for its object. So we have integer, roll number, and name in string data type. So first in a take function we are getting the data from the user. So user will enter his or her name, and this will be stored in the string type name, and he will enter roll number in variable roll. And then in the next function we are going to display this information, that is what is your name. So your name will be displayed in this show function, and your roll number as well. So next is how to call or how to use the structure in main function. So to use the members of structure in main function, we need an object, that is student object. In this case, object.take will call the take function from the structure, that is this void take. So object.take will call the take function, and then object.show will call the show function. Let us check it with an example. I have coded this in dev C++. So this is my code. It's simple and it is similar to the code in the PowerPoint slides. So first I have this IO stream, that is header file, and then the structure is student, and it is always above the main function. So I have two variables and two functions inside my structure. So first is integer, roll number, second is string name. So this function will take the input from the user, and this function will display the input, given input. So to call, let's do this again. This is my structure and this is my object of this structure. Okay, to call take function, I have to call it with my object. So you can see we can use object dot, and then we can access its member variables, that is name, and we can assign any value to it, but we will learn this in our next lecture. So in this video we are just going to have two functions and then calling them using the object inside the main function. So you can call or use these variables, these functions inside another structure or another function, just we need an object of this structure inside that particular code where we need it. So let's run it. Enter your name. My name is roll number. So this is my name and this is roll number. This input is taken by the take function and it is displayed by the show function.